Hey dude, so question from John is how do I get my return on ad spend to give me a better ROI? John, great question. Firstly, you've got to stop asking people to marry you straight away, right? So when I was in high school, I asked my wife to marry me in grade 12, right? A little bit too much too soon, right? And so her answer to me was, we'll see. And it's a little bit like that in digital marketing. Here's what I mean. Most people are asking to get married to their customer straight away. And the problem with doing that is that you're most likely going to miss out on the girl of your dreams. Let's go to the cave and I'll tell you what I mean. So let me talk to you a little bit about Todd. Todd is a real estate agent down in Hobart. So on the Facebook platform, he spent $1,005. We can see here that the appraisals that we generated for Todd were 48, right? Really successful from $1,005 spend. Yep, that's really cool. From there, he listed 4 properties. Actually, it would have been 5, but Todd didn't get back to one of the ladies who requested an appraisal, and she subsequently listed and sold with somebody else, right? Gross commission from Todd's campaign was about $59,000, which was pretty good, just from that advertising campaign that we ran. Over 90 days. Wouldn't you like an extra 60 grand in the next 90 days? It'd be cool. From that, Todd made $41,000. I think that in business, you're going to have at any given stage from a campaign that you do, there's going to be 50% of people who will buy. I also believe there's going to be 50% of people in your campaign which will not buy. So out of the 50% of people who do buy, there's going to be 15% that buy now, and 85% who buy later. And when I say later, in my own business, that could be anywhere from 6 months to 2 years, right? And what's beautiful about that is that that's where most of the profit is. That's where most of the money is. Let me go back to Todd's campaign and I'll show you what I mean. So what we know from the real estate space, this is really exciting, so pay attention. From the real estate space, to back up my theory, we know that 35% of all appraisals will come to market within 6 months. So what's really great about that? Let's say Todd had none of these. Let's say none of these 5 came through for him in the first 90 days. He might be depressed, but 35% of appraisals means that 12 properties from here are coming to market within the next 6 months. That's a really exciting conversation to have. It's a much bigger conversation than the initial 4 or 5, which were over here, right? So yeah, that's where most businesses are missing out on profit. They're leaving money on the table because they're not leveraging, not nurturing these other 12 properties here in the group of 44 or 43, right? So what's really awesome about that for Todd, if Todd just keeps doing what he's amazing at, which is follow-up and connection and adding value and building rapport, there's no doubt in my mind, a question that he's going to get all, or at least the lion's share of those 12 properties. This is where most businesses, whether you're in real estate or not, are missing out on the bigger conversation. So that'll turn a campaign from say $60,000 conversation to add on another 3 times that amount, right? So that becomes an extra $180,000 on top of the 60. It's $240,000 campaign with $1,000 ad spend. So one more thing that I think could help you a lot is what do you do in the meantime between lead coming in and conversion happening? Well, one of the things is with John's campaign that we're running right now, there's connection, right? There are questions on his advertising campaign that prospects have asked, which haven't been answered for over a week. That's going to kill the algorithm as it relates to the ad campaign. It's going to stop it dead in its tracks. Similarly, if you have people who are being naughty on your ad, if they're being toxic, you need to delete that. You need to keep the ad clean. Otherwise, your campaign's just going to stall. It's going to be dead in its tracks too. So to John, thank you. Great question. Hope this helps you. For you, if there's anything that I could do to help you in your digital marketing, just send me a private message with the word help, and I'll get myself or one of my team to reach out to you and get your questions answered. Take care. Speak to you soon.